You might be wrong. Let me ask you, how many times was this warning screen displayed?
Ted Cruz got up there and he went after Zuckerberg for exactly how Facebook has sort of intentionally allowed children to see sexual material.
Instagram also displayed the following warning screen to individuals who were searching for child abuse material. These results may contain images of child sexual abuse. And then you gave users two choices. Get resources or see results anyway. Mr. Zuckerberg, what the hell were you thinking?
All right, Senator. The basic science behind that is that when people are searching for something that is problematic, it's often helpful to, rather than just blocking it, to help direct them towards something that that could be helpful for getting them to get help.
In what, I understand get resources. In what sane universe is there a link for see results anyway?
Well, because we might be wrong. We try to trigger this warning, or we tried to, when we think that there's any chance that the results
Okay, you might be
harmful.
wrong. Let me ask you, how many times was this warning screen displayed?
I don't know, but the
you don't know. Why don't you know?
I don't know the answer to that.
There it's like, Zuckerberg, they got you. They got you. We all get the take you to resources, right? So you're, for whatever reason you've searched this stuff, you're struggling, I don't know, whatever it is, take resources, get off this addiction, blah, blah, blah. See results anyway. And Zuckerberg's trying to say, and as someone that's created a tech company, like, I am sympathetic to all of the issues that arise that you don't even realize are issues and everything else. But how did they not realize? See results anyway. Someone searching for child exploitation stuff. It's like, no, that should not be on the platform. Like, they have to have a department, and they do have a department, I believe, that it's their job, and what a horrific job. And now it can be enhanced by AI, of course, so you don't need humans doing it, that have to go out there and see this stuff and make that judgment call and everything else. So they really kind of nailed him on that, and Cruz went a little further. One more clip for you.
A potential pedophile clicking on, I'd like to see child porn. What did you do next when that happened?
Senator, I think that an important piece of context here is that any context that we think is child sexual
Mr. Zuckerberg,
abuse,
that's called a question. What did you do next when someone clicked, you may be getting child sexual abuse images, and they click see results anyway? What was your next step? You said you might be wrong. Did anyone examine, was it in fact child sexual abuse material? Did anyone report that user? Did anyone go and try to protect that child? What did you do next?
Senator, we take down anything that we think is sexual abuse material on the service, and we do.
Did anyone verify whether it was in fact child sexual abuse material?
Senator, I don't know if every single search result we're following up on, but
did you report the people who wanted it?
Senator, do you want me to answer your question?
Yeah, I want you to answer the question I'm asking. Did you report the people who click see results anyway?
That's probably one of the factors that we use in reporting. And in general, I mean, we've reported more people and done more reports like this to NCMEC, the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children, than any other company in the industry. We proactively go out of our way across our services to do this, and have made, I think it's more than 26 million reports, which is more than the whole rest of the industry combined. So,
Mr. Zuckerberg, your company and every social media company needs to do much more to protect children.
Anyway, I'm showing you all of this because it's an interesting, well, first off, it's catching fire online, and it's an interesting piece of the puzzle that's sort of wrong with everything right now, right? Like, the material shouldn't be there. There's no system that's perfect. You've got, you know, congressmen who want perfect answers to imperfect systems. You've got billionaires being hauled out and having struggle sessions and everything else. I would say this issue, and this is the real reason I want to talk about it, it's basically like the issue of our time. How will we behave with technology as AI becomes more and more ubiquitous, and you will not be able to tell the difference between an image that is a real image or video, let's say, of the president saying, actually, we nuked in Mexico yesterday, and it's completely fake, and you will not be able to tell. You know, right now there are little tricks with AI because it's not perfect yet, where you can kind of tell the mouths don't match perfectly. Sometimes there are 6 fingers instead of 5, some weird things like that. But all of this stuff It's coming, it's on the way, and until we figure out how we're going to relate to all of it, and we know the fact that now we have a generation, at least probably 2 generations of young people who do have more anxiety, whose suicide rates are up. And it's not purely because of Facebook and Instagram, and it's also because of COVID lockdowns and a bunch more that, by the way, many senators and Congress people were for. But we've got this toxic stew, and we've got to figure out how to extricate ourselves from that. Otherwise, border, Middle East, Ukraine, Russia, everything else, those are going to be secondary problems to a society that's just going to be kind of wandering around with a really kind of scrambled eggs for brains. And that, I would say, is problematic.